Hey, nice to meet you. This is Rollercam. We're here at the Overland Expo, and this is just a quick demonstration of what makes Rollercam so much better than all the other strap companies. So, this is an example of an industry standard cam buckle, something like you'd find at Harbor Freight. The webbing gets pulled over a metal bar right here, which creates a lot of friction. It means it's very inefficient because a lot of the effort that you're putting into the system is actually being lost here to friction rather than translated to results. It also means that your components are getting worn over time, your webbing's getting frayed, the metal's getting worn down. It's all bad news. Rollercam, we addressed both of these problems by replacing that metal bar with a brass roller. This reduces your friction to almost zero, and it also keeps your components in good condition for longer. So these are both 35-pound weights, and when I jump on this, it barely moves, which is why people are always so frustrated with cams. Like, understandably, they're very annoying to use, they're very difficult, and they just never get tight enough. But with Rollercam, all I gotta do, give it a good solid tug, and it's all the way up. It is astronomically easier to use. Please, if anyone would like to verify for themselves that I'm not just sandbagging, I encourage you to come pull on it. But what this means in a practical sense, something that a lot of people can relate to, is the difficulty and frustration of getting a cam tightened on a flat surface. Because with a standard cam, you usually can't get it any tighter than this. That's because the harder you pull, the more friction you're working against, and that last 5 to 10% is just about impossible to get the full potential out of the strap. Now with Rollercam, you have a mechanical advantage thanks to the rolling action and the shape of that roller. So with a solid tug, you can get it snappably tight. My fingers aren't getting under there. That is just not something you can even accomplish with another cam strap. So this was the founding idea behind Rollercam, is improving on that cam buckle, and then we applied it to every type of strap you could possibly need for overlanding. We've got 3 different weight ratings, everything from our 3/4 inch, lightweight, great for molly panels, lighter applications, that has a 95-pound working load, all the way up to our 1 1/4 inch strap, which is great for heavier things, has a 500-pound working load. It's very solid. Also, we use really high quality components, got Zamac alloy body, stainless steel springs and pins, and that brass roller, which we're known for. So these will work over a long period of time in the elements, getting wet, getting sun baked, etc. This is UV stabilized polypropylene webbing, so specifically for rafting applications or something where it's going to be in the elements a lot, this won't get crispy, crusty, break, fray, etc. And these will stay in good condition. That roller keeps rolling much after an NRS strap or something would get oxidized and sticky. So if you want to come over here, we also have a variety of attachment points. So we have our carabiner ends, our L-track mounts, which is a new product this year, our hook ends, and my personal favorite, the loop ends. I like the loop ends because they're super versatile. You can girth hitch them to anything, or you can attach them to your own carabiners or hardware if you've got something that you already have and prefer. You can also splice straps together to make like a Frankenstrap. You can attach different end points, put straight ends in the middle, etc. You can really mix and match to accomplish whatever you need. Something that's been really popular this show in particular have been our 3/4 inch straps. These are particularly handy for molly panels where you've got to weave your straps through little holes. Just having this narrower, lightweight strap makes it a lot easier. And also, if you're not trying to hold down something all that big, having this more nimble strap, it's just a really pleasant use experience. Then we got our 1-inch straps, the standard. This is what people are used to seeing. These have a 350-pound working load, and we have them anywhere from 1 foot to 20 foot. Online, we also have all the way up to 50. And then, like I said, the loop ends, my loves. These are my favorites. And then this is all of our heavy duty stuff over here. These have 500-pound working loads, like I said earlier, so great for tying down an ATV or heavier weight stuff in the back of a truck. And then one product that we've been super excited about recently has been our rope roller. This is a paracord lock. It comes in this little case of 6. Oops. And it's got the standard cam technology with the roller and the spring-loaded tooth mechanism, and then a carabiner on the other side. Paracord goes through here. You can pull it as much as you want, and then it won't go back the other direction until you press on that little tab to release it. If you want to see that in action, we've got a little demo over here. It's probably the easiest one. So like I said, to release, You press on that little tab and it loosens. You can pull it to tighten it. You just tug on that tail, pull it tight, those teeth bite in, and it doesn't move. If you've ever tried to tension an awning using knots, you know how annoying it is to run around and constantly untie and retie your knots because you have to get each little corner perfectly pulled so that it's nice and flat. But this makes it so much easier because instead of having to constantly tie knots, you just make little adjustments with this. So people have been loving this for that application, as well as making bear hangs, clotheslines, replacing tent guy lines, etc. The creativity we've seen with how people use this has been really awesome. We're always hearing of new ways they're getting used, and I don't think we've come up with all of the ways they could possibly get utilized yet.